Lake Victoria is the biggest freshwater lake in Africa, and 3/4 of it is covered by water hyacinth. Water hyacinth block the transport ways. The fishermen cannot reach the fishing site. They cannot reach landing sites in time. The breeding sites are closed. It's a big challenge to the fishermen, even the local community. The government of Kenya has spent billions of shillings trying to eradicate water hyacinth through mechanical means, biological means, chemical means. All these methods have not been bearing any fruit. So at East Africa, we've killed 2 birds with 1 stone. We are reducing the population of water hyacinth in Lake Victoria, and also we produce a clean cooking energy. I believe that if a sustainable way of using water hyacinth can be developed, like what we've done, in our case, we use it to produce fuel, cooking fuel, which is also needed here. As a startup, we face several challenges in upscaling our production. Right now, we are producing between 1,000 to 1,500 liters every day, and that is a small volume for a manufacturing company. We don't have enough capital to install sophisticated machines and equipment that can enhance the production. Another challenge is that we are packing our bioethanol fuel in plastic bottles, and we know that plastic packaging is a nuisance and it's also very costly. We would want support to roll out the dispenser machines so that we can dispense our bioethanol cooking fuel. The consumer just go and dispense and they recycle the container. Another one is technology transfer. Most of the things here we do ourselves and local engineering, and I think we can get the right team who can help us to refine our production technology so that there is a lot of efficiency, and we can also automate the production system so that we can be monitoring almost all line of production online. As you've seen, we lack quality control laboratory, which is key. We rely on universities and research institutions to analyze our products. So we request that if we can get maybe a university, we can partner with a learning institution whereby they make maybe a quality laboratory here, which can be used for local research in bioenergy, and we also get access to the same laboratory for our quality analysis. So we are looking for a collaboration with the university where they can come to East Africa, they build a bioenergy research center with facilities so that we can benefit also from that, and local researchers will also benefit from the same facility.
From the onset, as a university, we need to have industry collaborations, because for the universities, most of the times we offer our curriculum in the classroom, but then for the industry partners, they are able to mentor our students, and therefore it is important that the students get to interact with the industry such that they can have experiential learning. And that is why we had the student challenge, and these students will be able to work with the industry for them to be able to gain some skills and experience.
The student challenges are a way to understand that how and for what we can collaboration with industry. Education institutions are to produce employable graduates who can reshape the world. So the education has to be work relevant, but the most critical parts of the competence are actually skills and the professional attitude to your work.
The goal of this student challenge is to have this co-learning space and also to transfer the knowledge both ways, from Finland to Kenya, and also the other way around, for both teachers and students in doing this problem-based learning. It accelerates the learning process of the students.
So it's better if not something that the teachers come up with the problem, but if it's a real life problem, then it also gives more pressure to students that they know that the information they're able to give them is really worth something, that is really something. So that gives it more meaning than to have the different kind of problem.
Our project is about consumer awareness of bioethanol made by invasive species as water hyacinths, and we're focused on the consumer side and consumption side.
Our objectives were to increase awareness on consumption of bioethanol as a sustainable source of fuel for the local and the peri-urban households. We also targeted to increase availability and affordability of the bioethanol stove that the households are using, and also promote the control of the invasive species in our lake, especially Lake Victoria.
We kind of chose to maybe do something else that is not strictly marketing material for East Africa, but a marketing material for the biofuel itself, so that we could probably promote it to interested entrepreneurs who could be able to start producing their own biofuel and maybe create some jobs while they're at it.
There are things that we could only learn coming here. So when we're there, we're just kind of trying to get an idea of what we're doing, how we're doing it. But actually coming here, speaking to the local fishermen or the craftsmen, we learn more about what's affecting the waters here, and also how they're actually using it. So, and it turns out that people don't really want it all gone, the water hyacinth. And that's something that would be hard to figure out all the way back in Finland.
One of our challenges is on the cook stoves. Currently, we import the cook stoves from overseas, which is very costly for the end user. Through this challenge, we've partnered with the Egerton University, where they are designing affordable stoves for the local consumption, and that will benefit East Africa a lot. We'll now not rely on importation. It will be a big milestone for us because we'll now be able to produce the stoves locally and sell them at lower cost, meaning more people will be having access to clean cooking technology.
The Egerton team has re-engineered a bioethanol stove that is quite affordable. We also target to develop a policy brief that is going to inform the policy makers when they're developing a framework for the Kenyan production and consumption of bioethanol.
What is important in doing this BBL is first to create a suitable learning environment, a very comfortable learning environment for the students and for the teachers.
It was easier to kind of like stick with people you're comfortable with, but I think over time we saw that, you know, we got to know each other better, and we got to know, like the very first day we learned about like the different cultures in Kenya and Finland, and like I don't know what to say.
I've witnessed social cultural awareness. I've also witnessed communication skills and social skills improvement from our students.
So as East Africa, we have benefited because the students have really helped us to develop marketing and promotional materials. They have helped us develop business cards, the flyers, the brochures. They have also taken us through how we can improve on our technology refinement so that there is minimum waste in the process and all that. We have established contacts in sales. There are so many students who are willing to be part of our distributors after the project. Apart from that, there is a lot of gain that we get from the professors at the university, especially further research on alternative raw materials for production sustainability.
The success factors of this has been the cooperation we have been able to do with the company which is here, and also with the community in Kisumu.
I thought it would be more difficult to gain the trust of the community, like the fishermen, crafters, and also the company, because I kind of felt that what are they gonna think about us, because we are just going there and going to ask a lot of questions, and maybe I thought it would be more challenge. But I think Egerton students and mentors did quite a good job, because they gave a lot of information to the stakeholders, so they knew what to expect from us. So we kind of felt very, very easy conversation with the stakeholders.
like also coming from many different disciplines, it's really nice to see like a problem from many different perspectives, and also being able to understand how it's like in Kenya.
Attitude shapes outcome. In this particular student challenge, I've been able to see so much improvement from myself, to gain skills in terms of listening skills, and also giving back feedback to our students.
It was an amazing experience, and it was very beneficial to our project. It's something that wouldn't have been possible unless we actually came here and saw it and felt it the way we did when we came here.
It's a very nice platform for learning, and I think it's a way that should be introduced to many more students, that they learn by looking at the problem itself, not by what they imagine the world should be.
For this, whatever you read is something that is ticking, and it's something that you'll be able to use to solve problems for future challenges and for challenges that are affecting our society.
Personally, I gained a lot of leadership skills and collaboration skills. The cultural exchange gave me more intercultural competence and co-learning skills, as well as open-mindedness, I think.
And I think it's something that should be incorporated in our system as the Egerton University and also in other African universities, because by interacting with other students and using the activities to learn, the games, it's something that you feel quite interested in involving yourself with, and you learn more and it sticks compared to the other learning that you should cram for the cards, cram for the exams and just pass.
For the future student challenges, I hope this kind of cooperation continues, that there will always be a company, there will also always be some kind of a real thing behind it to give the deeper learning and the deeper meaning for the student challenge.
In the future, I would like to see PBL is a mainstream way to learn and also to teach. Now we treat it as if it is like a very special thing to do, but I think this should be the usual thing. This should be the mainstream when we want to conduct a teaching and also learning at the university.
There are probably many reasons for AgriScale project, but in our university we have a strategy or action plan for collaboration with Africa in research and development. We want to learn, and we would like to be part of African development, and we would like to give for our students a possibility to learn about Africa. And land-based sector, bioeconomy sector is one of the keys of the sustainability of whole world. Africa is the very key of the sustainability of the world, and the quality of education is the other very critical key. So the project combines these two aspects.
From now, moving forward, we'll be able to train the staff, and that all the staff will be trained in problem-based learning. And in so doing, we are going to have more experienced students. We are going to have students who have better skills, and they will be able to fit into the job market.